Hello, I'm Rangru.
And I'm Graham.
We're today of 1v1 from the Wargame Bootcamp Discord Brain Rot Tournament. We're on a bowl of punching. Who's punching out today, Graham?
So we have a series regular today on the left here, Rang. This is not some random Bochi the Wasted. This is actually the GrapeJelly Man in disguise, playing as Blue 4 General. And then on the right, we have Sandal playing as Polish General.
Indeed, so rather general decks. Usually, in most cases, you'd kind of give Blue 4 General the advantage, especially
No.
against a single nation Poland, but this case, yeah, both decks are special. The blue one's quite a bit hottier on infantry.
Yeah, I think that's kind of an understatement because they're only hot. Oh, wow, the Grotals right there. Great Jelly Man really anticipating those MI-17 opening and just kind of annihilating. I mean, just multiple of them going down right there to this. Oh, and actually, what's this? Oh, that's the. I don't think I've ever seen that called a competitive game. That plane just got absolutely trashed. I didn't even know what it was. It took me a second to identify it.
Yeah, it's such a weird bloody aircraft.
It has like rockets and like that 30 mil, I think, on it or something like that. It's like it looks like a MiG 15 or a MiG 17.
Yeah, it's like some weird second gen fighter.
Though we do see down in the South Ring, Sandals going and landed his, Polish infantry contingent. There's no Crotals down there whatsoever. Also bring up a little bit of some support infantry and T-72S, it looks like, as well, to try and hold on to that forest line, or that, not forest line, excuse me, that town complex there.
Yeah, Sandal's gonna have pretty good time with mobility, I'd say, because he has a whole heap of helicopter and helicopter-based infantry in his division, or deck, I should say. Wrong game. So, especially on this map, with up north and down south just being such a wide coverage, he should be able to get some rather sneaky plays in.
Yeah, the big thing comes down to the deck string is that, Grape Jelly Man only has, flame infantry, right? So, it's obviously very CQC situations, they'll be great, but outside of that, it's extremely limited. But he does have HAs, I believe. He has AMX-10 RCs. So, obviously, he has Crotals. So he has a couple of like really good units from any normal deck, but his infantry is just so out there.
Yeah, he might have a decent time playing the far flanks, just because like Delta Charlie is a lot of forest cover, but still only having flame infantry, because flame infantry are usually only 5 men. You're not gonna have that staying power compared to even normal dudes.
I do think though that the Netherlands infantry, they get 10 HP, I believe. Very unique.
Ooh.
Their 10-man squad.
There we go.
So someone will. I don't know if it'll matter whatsoever, but it is something interesting. I
think,
about
you're right.
Them. But yeah. Also, I think Foxtrot Echo isn't a bad idea for a Grape Jelly Man, just purely because it's right there. It is so close quarters, right? Whereas fighting, especially like along this tree line here. I mean, these Zippos, they've lasted longer than I expected them to, but they're going to push up here. The Metis infantry is kind of in position, helicopter support as well. The Formosa's even opening up with their frag launchers. I think this push should die here, but some nice napalm. Oh, look at all the napalm there.
It's like a bloody disco dance floor.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're back in Nam. But it does look like the Formosa are going to go and get out of there. Oh, and F-15C was called out here by Grape Jelly Man to try and deal these Mi-24s. One down to 1 HP. I think one goes down. Did one die, I think?
I believe so.
And then, the other one's full health.
Yeah, I mean, the F-15's coming around for round 2. Not a whole lot of anti-air or really good fighters available here for Sandal, so this F-15's going to be an absolute pain.
No, and it went right over the Sopel. And while the Sopel isn't necessarily the greatest piece of AA for dealing with, fighters like that, like the F-15, you don't want to just keep flying over it.
No. And the Zippo Purse is going to get shot on down here. Unfortunately for Sandal, it doesn't have a whole lot he could really counter-attack with. Oh!
Yeah, the F-15 does get stunned right. That's what I was saying. You don't want to play around with it too much. And he's going to want to make sure he manually evacs this if he can. It's still stunned, so now he has the opportunity if he can turn here, I think, and then evac.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's going for it.
He's playing with fire. And he only has that one vetted run, so you really don't want to be losing that.
No, is that a, I think that's a MiG-15. That's a 17, I think. That's a 17? Oh, it actually just gets annihilated.
Yep. Didn't even get into missile range.
Didn't even have a missile.
Misses. Exactly.
It is the missile.
Japanese pilot strategy.
Oh, the Crotal, they're getting a nice side shot and another Mi-17. Is he going to be able to land here? Let's see, Crotal firing another one. Yep, he does get the hit there. And so that's the fourth, I think, transport Mi-17 that Sandal has lost with infantry in it since the start of this game here. So the Crotal opening was actually really successful here for GrapeJelly Man.
Yeah, he's been using them incredibly well. He only has a limited amount of those in his deck. He does have... Are those the Korean Mortars or Korean Vulcans?
Yeah. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Same to Ihawks. He really needs to make sure that he keeps those Crotals alive. Because those going to be so goddamn useful. Just knocking out those Hinds, knocking out those transport helicopters. And once again, on a map like this, where everything's open, you're going to need to keep all your flanks covered.
Yeah, and Ring, I'm kind of looking at the map here. I don't think pushing Delta much more is really in Sandal's best interest here, because that close, that deep forest terrain there, that's really gonna benefit GrapeJelly Man's deck. Oh, I see the Crotal there. Okay, misses anyways. He's just trying to use the. Oh no, that one shoots. Yeah, the empty transport out there soaking up damage, or soaking up missiles there from the Crotal. We see the Lim 6 Bis up once again there. MI-24D is kind of just chilling. But yeah, I really think that if you're coming from Sandal's perspective, something like Bravo, cap your back portion of Delta, but Bravo makes a lot of sense with the firepower that he has in his deck.
Yeah, and especially with Delta, you can very easily neutralize it. You're not getting much gain, honestly, for just trying to completely hold the point. It's so deep into enemy territory. Yeah, Bravo push, try to use those T-72s. You've got the SPGs for good long-range fire support. He really does have options here, and really both sides are very much feels tunnel-visioned between Delta and Charlie. Neither one is really taking advantage of the rest of the map.
Yeah, there's no action whatsoever in the Foxtrot Echo area, especially considering the actual amount of resources. Well, it's not anything crazy. Excuse me. The GrapeJelly Man does have, 20 infantry. He has 2 AMX-10 RCs. He has some SDRFs with the Bofors, so he could easily take Echo.
Yeah, 100%. Or T-72s in between Delta and Charlie going to be picking off his AMX-10s.
Yeah, one AMX-10 goes down right there. Nice little severe hit with the missile. Sandal backing it up. And that's why I think if he can get his armor onto the field, especially with the amount of artillery he has, if the game goes it comes into kind of like a slugfest, Sandal has, I think, the better deck in that regard.
Yeah, he definitely has a bit more of the longer plays, and just having good infantry goes such a distance. I'd be curious to see if he even bothers to bring any of that immense rocket artillery available to him.
We have one RM-70 out, so he's made the decision to grab one of them at a minimum here. And I guess he's going to use that for pushing back into, further up into Delta. But, there's Zippos are there. There's more infant. Oh, where did he drop the infantry off at? Or you guess he didn't. He just brought the transports over.
Oh, yeah, the Scott 2s.
Yeah.
Going to be flanking around of those guys.
More Zippos going to Delta for the GrapeJelly Man. AMX-10 is pushing up north a little bit, rank from Foxtrot towards Echo. Oh, he's just going to kind of... Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get a little bit aggressive. Maybe start probing with these AMX-10s and just kind of seeing what's around here. Whereas Sandal, I think it's about time for him to cap Delta.
Yeah, and he is bringing up a CV to do that, taking a long way round, and he's going to be continuing that push with the Scott 2s and the Spados. I wonder how all the Zippos will do in EQC for flamethrowers. Because Spados, they have... Okay, those are good RPGs.
Yeah, they have the good RPG. But they are, napalm tanks, right?
Yep.
So, flamethrower tanks, excuse me. So, I'm curious to see, like you talk about, that is one of the best RPGs in the game. So, you see a split there from Sandal. I think that's a smart move right there. Micro them around. You don't want them being bunched up together when that napalm starts to, fly at you. And actually, GrapeJelly Man kind of recognizing the threat inside those woods there with no infantry support and trying to back out of Zippos.
Indeed.
Ooh, something just died.
Oh, it's a Lim 6.
Oh, Lim 6 again.
Once again, the F-15, he's having a little ace combat mission of his own, just picking off aircraft after aircraft. It is a never now set up on the field, so if the F-15 tries some more southern shenanigans, he's going to be in for a hard time. By hard time, I mean a big bloody missile hitting his cockpit.
Yeah, instead of just the Sopo there, we really upped the AA game. And so Sandal is being more aggressive here. I would like him to he could repair some of this infantry that he has back there. Like move that Formosa at half health, the Strelky down there, the meta squad. One transport there, get his infantry back to full because none of them died. The squads, that is. So we give him a little bit more combat power. But, the T-72S rank pushing up all by himself here. Needs to be careful. The AMX-10s, do they still not... I'm surprised the AMX-10s haven't engaged.
Same, the guns are on. There's nothing that really suggests that they wouldn't.
It's a flat terrain, too, there. There's not really a hill line. That's really
weird.
The
RMs onto the AMX-10s, okay.
They're trying to get a stun here real quick. One of them is panicked. The other one's basically no miss. The Grotal, big damage, though, on it as well. But the T-72S backed up, so really it's not going to accomplish that much. The engagement down south is going on, Ring. Mi-24 diving on top of these Zippos.
Yeah, and these Zippos are actually doing very well in this terrain. With a little bit of distance, so they can't get blown up from RPGs. They can just shut down, areas of the forest with hot, flamey action. Now we are seeing the Spados move around to the flank a bit, trying to get some of those juicy RPG shots. Yeah, the SPG-9s will probably be Sandal's best bet for continuing pushing south, because it's just Zippos all day, every day.
Yeah, this 9 has... It's a 16 AP, so it's more than enough to do with the Zippos. But there's a lot of firepower coming in here. So there's some SBS, so you have a little bit of elite recon infantry right there. The SCRFs are coming up as well, which have the 40mm Bofors, which we all know that can be extremely powerful in just about any situation where it engages. And that's also 30 infantry coming out as well, which is all flamethrower infantry. So, which is built for this kind of engagement here.
Yeah, it just seems with Sandal's push, he's overextending a bit, and he does not have the fire support to really back him up. The SPGs open fire.
They get one, but the flame immediately saturating the whole area. Not a lot of damage to the SPGs, but pushing them back right away. You just see a bunch of just flame. Nice RM-70 hit on the back here, getting a full stun. Now you see the Spado to go ahead and get the RPG hits, start picking them off. Yep, there they go.
There we go, from multiple angles. Oh, even the Scott too, the Malchuka's getting into the action as well. So he's going to pick off this one Zippo platoon, but there's two more coming up. Oh!
Yep. F-15C, he decided he wanted to keep probing that airspace, and the Neva takes him right down.
Yep. Beautiful bloody
loss.
Hit, yeah.
It's a really expensive loss for a very minimal game there for the GrapeJelly man.
Yeah, because he really needs to make up one hero F-15 last as long as possible. Because there's a lot of Polis aircraft he's going to need to shoot down.
Yes. Most of it isn't very good aircraft, but it's a lot of aircraft. We do see Mi-17s coming up, so reinforcements for Sandal, another T-72S coming up here as well. But his other one is in danger. The BRM recon vehicle does go down. Oh, AMX-10 dies. And once again, these Crotals getting good shots, and Sandal, kind of flirting with right there in the maximum range and taking damage, but Mi-17 will live from the hit.
Indeed. We're seeing some heavy reinforcements here from GrapeJelly Man, a HC Abrams, Law Run 60 as well, so I think, he's bringing the cluster MLRS, I guess maybe try to deal with the T-72.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. Though we do see all that Polish infantry ring burnt alive in the forest, just like we talked about and predicted. It's just not, against a deck that only has flamethrower infantry. I really feel like you'd want to avoid fighting in the forest.
Yeah. I've seen he's even split up his Zippos here, so they don't get, stunned, they make better target decisions, and really just spreads out hot love to everyone on the battlefield. Hot love.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think the problem for, the GrapeJelly Man is going to be pushing Sandal out of this town here. Now, he hasn't, rearmed his infantry, so they're kind of low on some of the medices up at the front, though. There's a brand new, 20 stack here. T-72S is pushed up as well. But the HA, that's going to be really big in helping deal with these T-72s.
Yeah, it's just going to be about a raw attrition. He does have, a few Stern Pioneers alive, but really not a whole lot to start assaulting the buildings, because that's what he needs to do, get the infantry into the town complex. We're seeing cluster munitions, trying to pepper Charlie. I think I was trying to get the T-72.
I think so, too. T-72 is backing up a little bit, but he's not going to, he overshot it there. Because it was too far forward to be trying to snipe the RM-70.
Yeah. It's a very odd spot here, and we're seeing GrapeJelly Man move his 90-40s around to get flanking shots. Gonna be using that bow force and its intended, well, old school role of anti-air, if they can actually shoot.
Yeah, reset a stabilization malfunction. The Mi-17 also coming up here as well with the dreaded, S-13 rockets. There's just absolutely shred. The Mi-24 is actually going to make out here. The T-72, though, he's extremely forward, but, really, I guess from Sam's perspective, what's going to kill it?
Yeah, it's actually quite an interesting dichotomy of his infantry, because I didn't even, think about it from that perspective. He has no RPG infantry. So these T-72s, any tanks, the only thing he has to worry about is other tanks, which is not a bad position to be in.
No, and with the Kurtal further back there, also low on ammo, that Mi-17 is going to go down, but there is another one right there. I think there's one chilling somewhere. Oh, no, I think it died. Never mind. So, but his Mi-24 is still alive. Now, these Sturm Pioneers are going to come up here. They should be able to finish off the Strelky. They're the two-man squad. The Zippo, going down right away to the T-72. Is going to lose that fight probably 10 out of 10 times. Now, the HA is coming up. Maybe another infantry dump from GrapeJelly Man and actually maybe using his mortar. We've determined that's what it is, ranked. I think that could really help out.
Yeah, he just needs a bit more fire support, backing up the Abrams, some infantry, probably some recon as well. Because the Abrams can kill everything. It just needs to make sure nothing gets up too close to actually kill it. And he has some more Sandor infantry. I believe that's probably Spados being brought on up.
More Spados.
Yeah, and then those RPGs, if they get close to Abrams, we're going to have a very dead Abrams.
Oh, and then a random crit there on the Abrams D-track, though really I don't think it'll affect it too much currently. T-72S is pushing up along with the Scott 2 AMs. The Sturm Pioneers are a little further. Sturm Pioneers, Jaeger, whatever. The Napalm Infantry, Swedish Napalm Infantry, they're a little bit further back. No more Zippos, actually. They all died. And this Kurtal's actually a little forward, too, considering there's nothing really in front of it. You might want to back that up because, like you said, those are really important.
Yeah, he's got the Hemmick keeping them nice and supplied. Sandal's also bringing out two of the BWR, the Recon BMP ones with the radar. Yep. It's definitely going to be quite important just to try to get some eyes onto the forest and, see the flamethrower troops before they stop flaming you.
Oh, and up north rank, GrapeJelly Man decided to go on the offensive there, probe it. And so he took a little bit of losses, but he's going to kill these the SPG-9 teams. And that's actually going to give him control of Echo here. AMX 10s will be out front to screen, and he should be able to cap Echo pretty soon, actually.
That is great to see, because that's going to be a nice CV location for really not much blood loss. And then that's either going to force Sandor to try to redirect some forces to Echo, or he's just going to have to accept the points lost.
The Abrams down in Delta is actually in critical danger here. Spado's going to roll right up onto it here. We're going to see these RPG open up. Yeah, immediately taking off 3 HP. That HA wants to back out of there. You don't want to just keep duking it out with those. Yeah, T-72S coming up as well now. Is there any other armor? And still the mortar isn't being used. You'd want to maybe see some smoke or something to screen it a little bit. The Medicine going to try and come for a side shot, which probably could one-shot it there if it got one. Another Kurtal went down.
Oh, we really cannot be affording to lose those Crow Towers. The HA Abrams is going to back off into position, but the Storm Pioneers coming into, I'd say, save the day, but no RPGs. T-72s, oh, he's going to go forward.
This HA's playing with fire here. Mi-24D diving right on top of it. Oh, Kurtal getting the snipe there. T-72S, it's panicked. It's only suffered 1 HP of damage. Over the cluster, dropping right on top of it.
The Metis. Side shot, but the Abrams, he's still alive. 2 HP.
The Abrams was able to survive the side shot there. Lars opened up, but did miss. Mi-17 trying to finish the Abrams down to 1 HP.
Wow. You could say he's a tank.
Yeah, definitely you could say that. And then a cluster drop right on top here of the T-72. A nasty hit there, bringing it down to under half health. It's now pushing forward here. The Kurtal, though, is exposed. Scott, too. Oh, AMX 10's getting a snipe there on the side from one of them. Oh, and
T-72 response in kind. Yeah, very, kinetic engagement, from both sides. But honestly, Sandal still has the momentum. He's pushing on through. The Abrams is pretty much combat ineffective. until he can really take it back to FOB because the Hemet's out of supplies. This is the perfect opportunity now for Sandor to really tie up his Delta push.
Yeah, Sandor needs to keep being aggressive here. There's really nothing in front of him whatsoever. It's the H.A. Abrams. He's trying to desperately get it repaired. The Hemet using the last of its supplies. It might get to 4 HP. Oh, the RM-70 dropping right on top. Near hits on the Crotal and the Hemet. No kills, though. Fully stunned the Crotal. And the H.A. at 4 HP.
Yep. It's not going to be enough time to really get it back into a more combat-capable unit. Especially with just so much RPG infantry. That will be bit of a risky maneuver. And here we're just seeing more dumps of T-72s and Spados, which is pretty much Sandor's 1-2 punch here for this Delta push.
Yeah, Sandor's big problem though, Ring, is that this now has to work. Because with the +3 GrapeJelly Man has, he's going to catch up quickly in the point count and may probably even surpass him. So it's going to quickly go back to the +1 because the CV's been spotted. Oh, it's been immediately just annihilated right there.
Yeah.
And of course, Cal's in danger as well. Okay, so now it's a +1. That +3 didn't really matter.
Yeah, so Sandor's role best bet is to probably just try to sneak a CV into Bravo to neutralize the point. But even then, that will just make the point count. Oh, no, he does, the +1. Even then.
The +1 now, yeah.
So yeah, if he does capture Bravo, it'd be the +2, which would still be pretty good for him. And yeah, just as long as he can hold the Delta line, so to speak. Just shut down the reinforcement zone, you're good. It's just more of the problem of getting dudes to that reinforcement zone.
Yeah, so much of the firepower being annihilated right there in that couple minutes in Delta for GrapeJelly Man just really puts him on the back foot in this game here. I do think Sandal, he was very all in with that attack, but with GrapeJelly Man pushing Echo and reinforcing the push for Echo, I think he recognized now was his time to make a move. And he's now also getting aggressive in Bravo. We're gonna see these Spados, they're really close here with the Dutch flame troops. So we'll see what happens here. But they're gonna struggle to even kill those transports.
Yeah. Sandor knows it's only flamethrowers. So he can just drive on by. He doesn't care.
Oh, and the CD's actually in critical danger here. The SPG-9's gonna roll right into this town complex. GrapeJelly Man not moving it. Yeah, and even as more infantry gets dumped here into Delta, the mortar still lies unused. Not a single shot has been fired from it. And these T-72s are kind of just bullying now at range.
Yeah, and that's such a good position for the T-72 because it pretty much shuts down any extra attacks into Bravo here. It's like such a good line of sight. He's trying to push him to Alpha a bit. From Echo, he's trying to make a little play, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's almost never successful.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why he's doing it, especially now with the way this really has shifted fast in about a 3 and 4 minute period. This game seemed very close, and then Sandal just getting the right connections, having a good game sense, and GrapeJelly Man here just didn't have the right amount of reinforcements for Delta, and so Sandal, making us look kind of dumb by saying, I'm going to fight in the heavy force against the flame infantry. Watch me. And he's definitely done it.
Yeah, he's done a very effective job here. I think it's going to come down to Rever GrapeJelly Man. It's not a matter of capturing Delta, but just being able to hold a part of it. If he can just get that flamethrower troop spam into the forest and start trading efficiently, because as you see, the Spados by themselves just get blapped. The problem is the T-72s and trying to deal with him.
Yeah, the loss of the HA was just massive, and there was no real support for it towards the end there. So it was basically just one HA against, the entire Polish army. And we see this RM-70. The RM-70, I would say, has made great plays, but it's been effective. It's definitely contributed to the current success that Sandal has. But I really think what helps, obviously, is the Brain Rot tournament. He has decent infantry. That's a huge thing.
He has RPGs with his troops, which you really appreciate when you don't have that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this Kilo is coming up. That's really not a big thing. We see a Command Abrams coming along with another along with an HA as well. The Lars, they really haven't done anything. They almost sniped one T-72, but they weren't able to get the kill. And now there's 3 T-72Ss out on the field here. And these, Stern Pioneers just getting annihilated.
Yeah, when the T-72s
Nice
actually
hit.
get into position, they do just such a good amount of damage.
So actually really good hits there, bringing it down to 3 HP. Oh, but the T-72 with the spear gets a snipe on one of them. They're too far forward, and the Command Abrams is pushing up here, and it's going to be in range. Yeah, he needs to be careful with that. It's going to immediately be having to engage. Oh, the Zippo trying to distract it with the flames.
I'm putting down smoke. No, not that kind.
The limb coming in here, they've all died so far in this game. Opening up with rockets on the side. Wow!
Wow.
It almost kills it. And it's dead.
That's a very dead Abrams. And now the T-72s on the edge of Delta. I'd say Delta's pretty much captured now completely for Sandalman. It's going to be very hard for GrapeJelly to try to do anything in there.
I don't think there's any getting back in there.
No. And that H. Abrams, he's just going in.
He's doing it for America.
Yeah.
The problem is, you know, one Abrams, unsupported. We got multiple T-72Ss here. I mean, he would just need the most amazing engagement of all time. And we'll see. So he trades there. The other S is coming up. But this is where the auto-loaders of the T-72s could come in clutch. Yeah, it's pushing up here. Yep.
And he's using those SU-7s to nuke at 1 last 60. And there comes the F4 Phantom. Technically a fighter with its 2 AIM-9s.
Well, now the Mi-24s, they feel like they have a breakthrough. The Lars goes down. There's an HA in front of them. This Crotal needs to be pushed over here quickly by GrapeJelly, man, because his base CV's in danger.
It is. The Phantom does get one decent hit off. They'd only have the really crappy ATGM, so the H. Abrams can tank it. So the Crotal it's going to be curious whether the Crotal will have enough time to get up here. I think the Heinz are just going to try to do some real-line shenanigans up in Bravo and Echo.
The Lim 6 Bis is trying to get a kill here on the Phantom. It's like a War Thunder match. Oh no, he's out of ammo, so he's getting back.
I don't think he'd have the speed to catch up to the Phantom.
No, it doesn't.
I just get shot down. Did he? No,
Oh, yeah.
no, never mind. He got out.
Well, most of his brethren were shot down.
Mm-hmm. By the dreaded Eagle. Natural Predator and Punch Bowl.
Yeah, natural predator. And we see here the last of the infantry in Bravo. That's going to get wiped up, you know, cleaned. And Sandal's kind of really taken control over this match in the past 10 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just completely dominated. I mean, just zooming out is a whole lot of red, not a whole lot of blue.
No, and it feels like, Ring, that it switched so fast. That there was a decent, the game felt like it was close. It felt competitive, especially when Jellyman was taking Echo. At the same time, it looked like he was counterattacking, kind of successfully, at least holding in Delta. And then just a couple of engagements went completely for Sandal, and this game got blown wide open.
Yep. Oh, the Alpha CV, I believe, forced him to relocate here. He's trying to snipe it with napalm. He's getting desperate, but he dodges it.
He just parks on the road.
Yeah.
Well, this AMX-10 now pushing out. It's going to engage the BWR. So it goes down right there. But the T-72S is just lying in wait. And, yeah, he's going to come right up here. This poor French, armored vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah. We're seeing the Mirage 3 also going in for the nape. Are these SU-7s going in for the intercept? No, they're also just going in nape. So we just came down to, napalming each other's spawn. Like it's the start of a match, an airline battle.
SU-7's just napalming the Crotal right there. I think it's going to live. Yeah, it will. One of them does die. Yeah, we're back to the ALB days. We just napalm each other's spawns.
Yep. No one's allowed to leave.
I would like that in War No.
They need to make napalm more effective and also make it so every single map only has a single road out of spawn.
And we see actually the SU-7s here. Oh, these are the BMs, so these are the HE bombers. Going for another snipe. And this one actually might get it, and it will. Yeah, right on target. Yeah, poor
completely mopping up shop here. We got more napalm bombs, so yeah. GrapeJelly Man's just desperate at this point.
He's doing a little cheese.
Mm-hmm. There's not a whole lot of anti-air to stop him right now, so he might as well just keep on doing it. Oh, never mind.
Sopel's very upset with your statement.
It was. Kind of forget how effective that thing is, just having the double power hour of anti-air and like anti-air missiles and the guns works quite well. It's like a budget
and
gap
the Grom's and the Grom's good.
Yeah, the Grom's actually a really good missile four-man pad.
Oh, the Mi-17's busted into golf.
What?
Oh, but he's turning away.
There's nothing else in there. He could totally kill the CV with just a machine gun.
Oh no, the FAM's gonna try and line up and see if he can get a shot with its AIM-9Ls. But no, he's gonna actually keep flying past. The Mi-17 is gonna roll right up to the one here in Foxtrot. He could have easily, I think, gotten the golf CV.
Yep.
Because the NVSV, because yeah, that's a oh, he just keeps flying. Why is he still going?
I have no idea.
Wait, Sandal, kill it! Oh,
Come on.
Now he's ran into the Abrams.
Side shot, side shot, side shot.
He's not killing that. Oh. Rip.
For all the CVs he could have picked, he picked the Abrams run.
He's like, no, I don't want to kill the Jeep. I want to kill the Abrams. The Lim 6 Bis here is trying to kill the Super Cobra as it's flying around. Let's get the sidearm. That's right, yeah. Not there's any radar AA really for it to deal with.
It's just turned into a War Thunder Air RB match now.
It looks like it. And you have to pick off the ground targets for points.
Yeah. It's like the ground game doesn't matter. It's just we're trying to get kills here. Oh, and goddamn, those Sopals in ambush. Like anything that flies directly over it, dead.
The double stack has just been nasty.
Yeah.
Absolutely nasty.
What's a Super Cobra doing? He's also just trying to find the CV. The Lim 6, it's got two cannons.
The Lim 6 has...
Oh!
He's out of fuel. I'll say the 23 and 30. Oh, now the Seria has been launched. So the SU-22 coming out here that does have some R-13s. He should be able to get the Super Cobra.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yep. Easy kill. The end of this match is actually like making my brain rot.
This is the definition of brain. What the tournament organizer was aiming for, this is what he got.
Yep.
Massively successful.
And the Foxtrot push got the few strategies pushing through, and there we go. It's a victory for the Sandalman, and yeah, pretty decent, like 1.4 KD advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess by the end, it especially felt that way. But I thought, once again, I wish like it showed kind of like Seal Vision. I thought it was closer for a while. Like it felt like to me that, especially the amount of planes. Now, obviously they were kind of cheap, but GrapeJelly Man did kill a lot of stuff to begin with. It's just never really like the important critical pieces.
I think it also screwed over GrapeJelly Man a bit is kind of the classic trap of this map of Foxtrot Echo, because you can capture it, but you can't really do too much of it after the fact. And then Delta is a gamble. Like, if Sandalman buggered up that Delta push and he got pushed out, that probably would have been the end of the match. But he managed to, just through really good micro and good unit choices, like the T-72s backing up the Spados were a fantastic run to punch, actually win against, like, all the fire and the flame.
Wow, I like the little reference there.
Thank you.
It's nice. That's nice. But yeah, no, I agree. It was a very interesting game. It feels like Sandal won fighting in the exact area that I wouldn't have expected him to go for. But hey, more power to you. And I think like you talked about earlier in the cast is not GrapeJelly Man not having any type of anti-tank with the infantry. At a point, it just kind of became with no HA up there for the most part. Hey, I can just bully you with vehicles.
Yep.
And that's really what happened.
That's indeed what happened. Yeah, so the helicopters manual. Yeah, just bring 5.
That's how I'm gonna play. 5 all day, baby. Ride that line.
Indeed, but I think that's enough hot action for today. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. And as usual, please just take it easy.